Greetings guys, sorry it's taken so long. Scarified Part 2, let's take a look. Like I mentioned in the last video, I just wanted to quickly reiterate we're in E flat tuning. E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. So get yourself in tune and get started. Okay, so what we're going to look at today is the verse. I'm going to put it into two halves and then just little that little tappy riff in between them. So let's have a look at this first kind of arpeggio-y situation. We're going to start off with a pull off from 18 to 14 on the third string. Then I go to 18 of the fourth and back down to 14 of the third. So we go. So after I've gone back down to that pointer there, I want to do that same pull off from 18 to 14 on the third string. So do it all again a little slower. Okay, then at the end of that pull off from 18 to 14 on the third, I jump down to the second string and do a pull off from 19 to 14. Okay, then at the end of that, let's slow that down. What I'm doing here is I'm playing 14-16 on the third string, and then I play 14-15 on the second and do a pull off. Okay, at the end of that, I've got a pull off from 19 to 14 on the second string, and then I roll my pointer to 14 of the third. So I'll just do that little chunk again a bit slower. All together. Hopefully that's making sense. Then we're working to the next bit. Alright, the second little chunk is going to start from 19 of the second. I'm going to pull off from 19 to 15. And I go to 18 of the third string, back down to 15 of the second. Then after that I do this. So the timing and the ideas and the emphasis are all pretty similar. So I'm doing 19 to 15 on the second string and then 19 to 14 on the first. So we go. Okay, then after that, what I'm doing here is a similar idea to what we had before. I'm playing 15-17 on the second string. And then I play 14-15 and then a pull off back to 14 on the first. Then after that, to finish it off, I do a pull off from 19 to 14 and then play 15 of the second. So it'll go all together now. Let's put the first one in front of it now. Okay, then after that I jump to 16 of the third string. Now this formation we're going to use pretty much throughout the rest of the verse, just similar ideas, slight tweaks here and there, but relatively similar the whole way through. So this one is a pull off from 16 to 13 on the third string, then I jump to 16 to the fourth, back down to 16 to the third, 16 to the fourth and then 13 to the third. And I've got two pull offs in a row. First one's 16 to 13 on the third, and then 17 to 12 on the second string. After that I go into this. What I'm doing here is I'm playing on the first string now. It gets a little bit more shreddy. We're playing a lot more notes. I'm playing 16-14, 16-12 on the first. And then after that I jump to 16 to the third string. So there's a string skip here and I go. So it's 16 of the third to 12 of the first. And then I play 16-13 on the third string. So that last little chunk again. All together. Now for the next little bit, I just want to start from 21 of the third string, but everything that we've done from 16th fret is going to modulate to 21. So everything shape-wise, all the intervals are the same. So that sort of initial pull-off area is around 21 and 18. Then the pull off of the second string is 22 to 17. And then after that, that's around all these dots here, 21 19 and 17. So I'll play those two back to back and you'll see how similar they are. Okay, let's try the whole thing from the start, and I just want to add 2 more arpeggios to this section. And the next one, exact same modulation. We're going to go from 14 to 11 now, and it's all going to be the same. So from this initial 16 one, we jump from 16 to 21 to 14, and all of the ideas are exactly the same. Now the last one I want to look at is a tiny bit different as far as the intervals and the shape is concerned. So we'll get this one down and we'll put all 6 shapes together. This one starts from 19 of the 3rd string. I pull off from 19 to 16, jump to 19 of the 4th, back down to 16 of the 3rd. Now the pull-offs are a little bit different here. That's what I'm doing. Back down to 19, and then I've got to pull off from 19 to 16 again, and then 19 to 15 on the 2nd string. So all together thus far of that little bit. After that, I want to jump to 19 of the 1st string, and I'm going to go 19, 17, 19, 14. This is going to be kind of like that shape, but a little bit stretchier. So the intervals and the string skippy ideas are very similar, but the shape is just slightly different. So as I said again, 19, 17, 19, 14. And then after that I want to jump from 19 of the 3rd string back down to 14 of the 1st. So 19 of the 3rd, 14 of the 1st. And then at the end of that I want to go from 19 to 16 to finish. Okay, so that's 6 pretty ridiculous chunks. Let's put them together slowly. Let's have a look at the second half of that verse, working towards the end of it. What we're going to do is borrow that shape that we had before. We're going to go from 13 to 10. And work into the rest of that. So we'll go through it again slowly, but you guys should be able to get your head around it. It's very similar to what we had before. 13 to 10 is a pull-off. 13 of the 4th string back down to 10 of the 3rd. And I've got the pull-off from 13 to 10 again. And then I go from 14 to 9 on the 2nd string. Okay, then after that I go, which is what we had before. I'm going 13, 11, 13, 9. And then I go to 13 of the 3rd string back down to 9 of the 1st. And at the end of that, I end on the 13, 10 again. So that ye old faithful shape, and then we go into this. So what I've got here, I've got to pull off from 14 to 10 on the 2nd string. Then I go to 13 of the 3rd, back down to 10 of the 2nd. Then I do a pull off from 14 to 10 on the 2nd, and then 14 to 9 on the 1st. All together thus far. Okay, then from there, I slide from 14 to 17 with my pinky, and then just work down a pretty diatonic idea. So 14 to 17, and it goes 17, 16, 14 on the 1st, 17, 15, 14 on the 2nd, and then just 16, 14 on the 3rd. It's very diatonic-y. So those ideas back to back. Okay, then we go back to the 13 arpeggio idea. This is identical. And this part is relatively similar again. It's just instead of sliding to the 17, we just jump straight to 16 and we do this little phrase. What I'm doing there is a little bit of legato and a little bit of shred, so that'll follow. the pull off from 14 to 9, and then I jump to 16 of the first string, and I'm going to go 16, 17, 16, 14 as a hammer on into a couple of pull offs, all in one pick, and then I hit 17 of the second, and then I want to play the 14, 16, 17, so just reversing the steps, but we're going to pick all those notes. Hopefully that makes adequate sense. So let's put the whole thing together from the start of this section a little slower. Okay, the final thing I wanted to work on today was just that silly little tap riff. Now, the weird thing about this is that we do a lot of we end up tapping a note and then hammering onto the same note with our left hand. So we're doing a tap with the right and then hammer on the same fret. So it gets a little crowded here, but we'll go through it slowly. I'm starting off with my pointer finger on 16 of the 4th string so that I've got that note to pull off to. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the tap on 18 of the 4th, and then I hammer that ring down to 18. So same fret. Then I leave the ring there. So once I've left the ring there, I want to tap 19 and then pull off 18, 16. So I'll do that again slowly. Hopefully that makes sense. Now after we've done that, we're just going to bring the whole thing down to the 3rd string. So I'm tapping 18 of the 3rd, pulling off to the 16 and then hammering, and then tapping the 19. So back to back. If you want to, you can do a flat finger or move with it, it's up to you. Okay, then we do a pretty similar idea. We've just got to change some of the intervals with the tap, but it's a pretty similar idea. I'm going to go to 16 of the 4th with my tap and then pull off to 14, then hammer back in, and then I want to tap 18 and then pull off to 16, 14. And do the same thing on the 3rd string. Back to back. Okay, then after that I want to go to a tap on 14 of the 4th, and then I'm playing 12 as the pull-off, then I hammer back into 14, and then I tap 16 and then pull off 14 to 12. Okay, gets a little bit snug here. Works into this last bit. So what I'm doing is I'm tapping 14, pulling off to 13. Okay, then after that I want to tap 16 and pull off 14, 13. And I do the same idea, but from 16 tap on the 3rd string to 14, and then I hammer on. Then I tap the 18 and then pull off to 16, 14. So I go. Sense, and then I jump all the way to 18 with my ring, and then I want to just do a tap from 19 and then pull off that semitone back to 18 on the 3rd string. So let's try and put that together. Hopefully that makes sense. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll get cracking on the next section of the song if and when I can learn it to an appropriate speed. I'll catch you guys soon.